with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife and a pop's watch, face so fat the band had stretch marks. It shines so bright that you can see it from Mars. Man, he blinded me reflecting headlights from the cars. He's got to be a rapper, baller, or a movie star, but nah, he's too humble to be all of the above. So he said my name is Trap, oh, cause you bees in the trap. Nah, it ain't even like that, and he tilted his bull's cap. Introduced me to his wife, and she had one too. Wrist game so cold that she could build igloos out of nothing. They legit, they even bless their kids. Man, when they all stand in the road, they look like 4G out of rims. Tight like Tim's on a New York summer day. I just gotta be down, but he had to set me straight like.
Yo, what's happening, family? What's going on? What's good? Welcome into the show, man. So glad you guys are here this evening with your boy. I know it's a little later than what I normally do, but you know what I'm saying? That's what we do around here. So, before we even get into tonight's festivities, I seen Dale come in. He said, you know, it's getting late. He got to take his little nap or whatever, get his beauty sleep. And then I got my man Vic is in the building. And then one of the number one enablers when it comes to watches, a man that has a collection that's second to none, maybe second in command to Dave D, but nonetheless, we got DK from Semicon Reviews, one of the hottest review channels out there. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, if you guys want to know what I'm doing here this late, and if you guys saw the thumbnail, then you kind of have a gist of what's going on tonight. But y'all know last year, this time I was just going crazy with all the Black History moments, man, doing Black History shorts, giving some information on some folks. And then what I wanted to do was just bring excellence, man, to Black folk. You know what I'm saying? African Americans. I mean, if you're Black from Africa, wherever you're from, we wanted to just celebrate. I wanted to celebrate that and acknowledge that. So there was a question that was posed to me a few weeks ago, and it was the relevancy of Black History Month. And my answer was this: Black History Month is good for people to, you know, catch up on some stuff, to learn some things that they've never heard of. And yes, it happened in America, so it is American history as well. But from the Black experience, there were a lot of things that were done and a lot of things that was experienced over time. And when you get to acknowledge the struggle that a race went through and see where we are now, Black History Month at 28 days, though some may not like it, some may not like to acknowledge it. And I'm not talking about anybody other than Blacks. Last year, this time I talked about how Morgan Freeman said he don't want 28 days. And I felt some type of way about that. But then, you know, I had to think from his perspective, I can't do no but respect, you know what I'm saying, his point of view. But I feel like Black History Month should be a month where Black folks are reminded of the struggles when some people are doing some dumb stuff out here in public, right? You obviously forgot where we came from. So tonight, this video is, you know what, let's see. It is sponsored by a particular person, man, my big brother, but my wife, and this is actually going to come on Wiley Hustle, Rap Snacks, Icon, E40, right, some hot noodles. We're going to test it out. But before we get started for tonight, this right here, Black Beauty in Black coloring book. This is from the Love and Live show. Love and Live show. And I got this last week, man. You can pick this up on Amazon, man. I am going to drop the link throughout the show. But go over to Love and Live show. Check them out. Pretty great show. I ain't going to say pretty good. It's a pretty great show. Very entertaining. I love the energy, man. But I had to get this book. I picked it up on Amazon. I learned this from Kayla Mara. And we're actually going to get into this. We're going to do some coloring with Wiley Hustle. But for tonight, before I bring up my guest, my brother, man, a mentor, man, a hero, I got a question for you guys down in the chat. If you were able to talk to somebody that inspired you, a hero, somebody that has contributed to the way the world works right now, what would you ask them? Would you ask them a series of questions? Would you just like be in awe of this person? What would you say? What would you do? What would your position be? You know what I'm saying? Like, and of course, there's some people like Martin Luther King, right? I got questions for him, man. But of course, you know what happened. Fortunately for me and for everybody else, one of my heroes, I get to talk to tonight. You guys get to experience them, and then we're gonna get into that. We just got some more people. Welcome in. I seen the Victor 202 in the building. What's going on? What's happening? So without further ado, man, I want to bring my guest of this evening up.
This is so dope, a man with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife and a pop's watch, face so fat the band had stretch marks. It shines so bright that you can see it from Mars. Man, he blinded me, reflecting headlights from the cars. He's got to be a rapper, baller, or a movie star, but nah, he's too humble to be all of the above. So he said, my name is Trap. Oh, cause you bees in the trap. Nah, it ain't even like that. And he tilted his bull's cap. Introduced me to his wife, and she had one too. Wrist game so cold that she can build igloos out of nothing. They legit, they even bless their kids. Man, when they out standing in the road, they look like 4 Giotto rims. Tight like Tim's on a New York summer day. I just gotta be down, but he had to set me straight like
Tony. Whoa! Holy Ghost, let's go!
What it do? Hold on. In honor of the video that you just played.
Yes, sir. What's up? What's happening, bro? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. What's good, man?
Man, out here feeling like $1 billion. I just got out of a workout, had my shake. I'm feeling great. Got to get with another young brother that I'm mentoring. Another one of my, I call them all my nephews. So shout out to Zane. Took him to the workout. We worked out and got to spend some time together. Talked about man stuff, God stuff, and all that stuff. So
right.
Feeling good. Feeling good. How are you doing, my sis, my grandniece, and the rest of my nieces and nephews?
Hey, man, they doing good, man. She's actually sitting here looking at me right now, playing with her baby doll.
Dope, man.
Yeah, her pops is about to go to work in a little bit, so we gonna have grandpa and grandma duties later on. But loving it. You know what I'm saying? So you know what it is. Beautiful. So, man, Mr. Tonywhoa, who is the real Tonywhoa, man? I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I had your pops on last year.
Man, that's my guy right there.
We had your pops on last year, man, and he was an inspiration. There was a lot of people that really dug into what he was saying. He had a lot of knowledge, man, and you got to experience that stuff firsthand.
It was school, man, every day since birth.
Man,
highly educated,
bro. I tell you what, I for you guys at home, what was that, about 2-3 years ago? I did a Father's Day thing. Tonywhoa entered the contest. His dad ended up winning a watch, and I was able to go over there and size the watch for him. And this wasn't no normal sizing. As I'm sizing the watch, this man is giving me a history lesson. He's explaining what we've been through as men, our women, our culture, our community, and I'm sitting there like, yo. So I asked that question. If y'all listen, please feel free to drop questions in there in the comment. If you were able to talk to somebody that inspired you back in the day, what would you ask them, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would the one question be, or 2, 10? conversation. So, Tony, whoa, bro, you've been an inspiration to many. But tonight, I'm going to ask you, outside of your dad, who contributed to your inspiration? Who were you inspired by?
Man, that's a hard one to call, bro, on the real, because I have truthfully been inspired by every single person I've come in contact with or even watched, as far as, watching rappers, athletes, preachers, teachers. I mean, I've been studying people all my life. So I don't know if I could call just one. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one because that's an interesting question.
No, that's fine. That's fine, bro. Because I had shared a while back that there were two faces in my grandmother's house. That was Martin Luther King and Harold Washington, which was the first black mayor in Chicago. So to me, we didn't even have a picture of Jesus in the thing. That's so as a kid growing up, that's what I saw. Those two men, and they were like, the strongest men. And of course, my grandmother always, nailed it. Like, you need to learn and know what these men stood for. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand where you're coming from because sometimes, like the Bible says, it takes a village. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it sounds like in your case, and I said outside your dad because, dude, your dad, bro.
Major influence.
Jeez.
Major. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why he was a major influence, man. And why I have such a big heart for brothers who didn't have their fathers around or whose father just showed no emotion. Some dads, it's like a dad's job is to go to work and provide for the family. Other than that, he sleep.
Right.
And one of the reasons why my heart goes out to brothers who had dads like that or didn't have a dad around, man, is because he really, it's funny that he had me, they were 17, both of them. I was right before they both turned 18, about 2 months before he turned 18. And he didn't have his father growing up. As you remember from the stories last year, for this man to have no idea how to raise children, one of the dopest things he did was he instilled in me a sense of royalty. And, we grew up in the hood on the east side of Naptown. And you name it, from 30th and Gladstone to Carriage House on 42nd and Mid-Hoffer to 46th in Arlington, 36th Colorado. Like, we've been in the hood, most of our lives, man. And they built, from zero. Two 17-year-olds with a kid, got married and started from nothing. But he instilled in me a sense of royalty, man. He would tell me that this little old rickety house was his castle and this yard is his kingdom. He is the king and the protector of this household. And I was his prince. And he made being Anthony Devon Wallace Jr. seem like it was like he was like Superman's dad, and I was Kal-El. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I understand.
And people would be like, man, you have a lot of arrogance and a lot of pride. And I'm like, yeah, I was raised that way. I was raised not to think that I was better than anybody else, but that I'm actually worth something, that I am special. And even if it was just because I was his son, I was special, and for a young man growing up in the hood, man, that means a lot. That means a lot.
Well, that kind of segues into what Don Juan just asked. He said, if he could ask anybody, Malcolm X, how can we get the black family back on track? And it sounds like the way your dad raised you and the stuff he instilled in you, bro, like you had a goal, you had a you was like set in control of your destiny, so to speak. Now, stuff happens where you don't have control, but you you know exactly who you are as a man, though.
Yeah.
You stand on your feet, like, yo, brother, I don't care if it's bad, good, or indifferent, I'm gonna go through this like a man. And I mean, that's a good question, John Wine. I mean, because you look at, dude, like I told y'all, I talk to this man on a regular basis, man. And like, what is Black History Month about, man? And I will say it's more than just digging up the archives of somebody that's laid their life down for us, which I appreciate that. I do. But what about the Black heroes that you don't hear about that's fighting right now? That's doing their thing.
That's the key. And to answer Don Juan a little, what we do is we keep doing what we're doing. Like, we are actually at a point right now, if you look at the CDC studies and like you look at the stats and everything, Black fathers are doing more than ever before. Black fathers are rocking out. Now, granted, you're not ever going to see that on the news. You're not ever going to see that in the magazines, and it won't be a popular opinion because nobody wants you to know. But Black fathers are out here doing it. And I can vouch for so many of them. I'm surrounded by brothers who didn't have fathers in their lives, but all of these guys are taking care of the kid, and not only taking care of their kids, all of them have stepchildren. All of them are taking care of nieces and nephews that don't have fathers from their sisters and their brother. I mean, we're rocking, man. We just need to keep rocking. Keep passing it on. Keep showing brothers like you versus like the rappers who got 15 kids and never taking care of any of them. You know?
So bro, I played that intro twice, and for those that don't know, the vocals, the sound, the beat, everything about that, you saw the pictures, but the sound behind that, Tonywhoa actually done that. Yeah, that guy right there on the stage, right? That guy that you see, and you ain't got to put the flex. I saw you do the flex. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that in a second. But
right.
Bro, you do music. You write music. You write songs. You're an author. You're all of the above. Tell me, bro, when did you start the music thing? When did it like hit you?
Well, thanks to another one of my biggest influences, my uncle Darren, man, P-Rock, from way back. Like, he wanted to do music, period. And I know you remember like when MTV first popped, and the first time he saw like Prince on MTV, and no, I think it was American Bandstand the first, and then MTV. Like, he wanted to make music. Well, actually, more like Morris Day in the time, but he started, buying instruments and having his parents buy him recorders and things like that. And I actually started out singing. He used me as an experiment, like he just had me making up. I've been freestyling all my life, but I was singing. And, I really enjoyed making music with him. But then my mother goes to the military, and I ended up moving to Augusta, Georgia. Shout out to GA. And that was, I think I was I was 8 years old in third grade, and being away from my family and friends, that's when I wrote my first real song. It was called Baby Be Mine, and it was a ballad. And my mother was like, you could be the next Marvin Gaye. Reading the words. When I tried to sing it, it was a little something different. Singing was not for you, bro. Not for you, bro. But to show you how things switch, when we moved back to Indiana a year later, my uncle found hip hop.
Mm.
And he's gone from trying to wear suits and hats and like the time, and now he's got sunglasses with spike bracelets and stuff, and he's
Right.
rapping, and I'm like, yo, so you mean that I can like talk these words? And I've been doing poetry. My parent, that's a whole nother thing.
Right.
Thankful
Right.
for them. Poetry and art has always been a part of my life. And when I found out that I could speak these words and not sing them, bro, all I remember is we went from doing that. He got a 4-track recorder, and then I
Mhm.
started writing rhymes. Like 84, I was like, this thing is so dope. Run DMC makes me want to do it. When I first caught wind of Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, the show,
Mm.
and then Lottie Dottie, I was standing on a bus stop, bro,
Mm.
and one of the older kids had a boom box. I went from wanting to be a rapper and pretending to be Run DMC with my cousin. Oh, I had the glasses. I was DMC. He was Run. And when I heard Doug and Slick, just everything exploded. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with my life. There is no plan B at all. That was going to be it and all. I started writing for me. I started writing for my cousin. Next thing you know, we got a group. Next thing you know, my uncle got us recording. Next thing you know, we put in Rockin' Billy's record store, east side of Indianapolis, had our first cassette in the store
Right.
for sale on consignment. And that was like, okay, let's record another song. This time we went all in. Everybody's dropping dimes and stuff. We got a few more brothers with us. This one we got pressed up on vinyl. We had the
Mm.
tape and the vinyl, man. We started putting it in record stores,
Right.
got it to the skating rink. It was over with. Skating rink blew that thing up. Hit the radio stations, blew that thing up, man. And that's it.
Well, it was just history from there, man.
That was
You
it,
know what?
bro.
That's crazy because you actually had music on the record store shelf, and that's something that man, listen, back in the day, dude,
Yeah.
that was a lit going to a record store to pick out your favorite. Man, come on, quit playing with me, bro.
Bro, I walked in that record store. I walked, and this one was IR's because we Rockin' Billy's was east side.
Mm-hmm.
IRC was a little further east. And I went into IRC and saw my cassette sitting next to Too Short.
Shut up,
Bro.
bro.
I'm telling you, I thought I made it. I thought I made it. This is just what was going on in Indianapolis. This wasn't happening nationwide.
Nationwide, right.
This was just Indianapolis. I thought I made it, man. And it started gaining momentum by 80, 89, 90. That thing just, and still to this day in the skating ring and certain DJs, man, that instrumental, the rhymes are old. I don't know if they play the full version anymore, but people tell me all the time they still play the instrumental. And
Wow.
people still rocking with it, man. But I just remember that day when me and my bros we were in the car. We pulled up. We were on 38th Street
Mm-hmm.
heading west, and we pulled up at the Keystone Light. Popeye's Chicken to my right, and I think we were listening to beats or something on the set. Old Sanford and Son truck pulled up, and just that beat started sounding familiar. I'm like, and I turned down my radio, and I'm just like, man, I like that. I turned around, looked at turned around, looked at my partners, and they looked at me, and we were all like, "That's us!
Wow.
That's us!" Man, we jumped out of that car in the middle of 38th Street, started running around. This was before 96.3. WTLC was bumping our stuff. They started bumping it all over the city. Became #1 most requested song of the summer. And like I said, we thought we made it, bro. It was,
Damn.
to be standing. I remember the day I was standing at. We pulled over at Village Pantry on 46th Street, and just happened to come out, man, and we saw this Cadillac coming down the street, just bumping, boom, 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 and I'm like, "Oh snap, that's us!" That man, dude, rolled up, and so we started. Nobody knew what we looked like at this point in time, and he pulls up, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, I mean, who you listening to?"
Right.
He was like,
right.
"Oh man, that's some new cats, man. I think they from Cali." I'm like, "Oh, word, from Cali, West Coast, huh?" He was like, "Yeah, man, they bumping though. You got to check them out. Rockin' Billy's got it." I'm like, "All right, bet." So from then on, the rumor about us being West Coast was alive and well.
Wow. Wow.
Bro, it was too much
Just
fun.
imagine if you had the internet back then, bro.
Bro, it would have been
It'd have been ugly. Just
it would have
imagine.
been wild.
But okay, so you at this point you're in Indianapolis and your music being played on the radio and stuff like that. So what did that lead you to at that point? So the music is doing this thing, you're still writing and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? What else did that lead? What avenues did that take you to?
Let's see. I started out writing and just being a rapper, but as we went along, I got into production. And our second single, I didn't even rap on it. I did the beat, and I also got into DJing, so I laid out the scratch and everything. And now, actually, the next two singles, because the one was Unlawful, which was about to drop, and that was the bomb. But the radio station was I can tell you about that story. Like there was a lot of shade from some of the DJs and stuff, and
Gotcha.
Somebody had one of the DJs released a single. It was a lot of. We did a show with him, and there was a lot of stuff going on. But I didn't rap on this one, but then the third one I rapped on, man, and that third one was like in the beginning of the G-Funk era. And I did a song called Gangsta Funk. The beat was it was the last song that we performed as a group. And Arlington High School, whose talent shows are legendary, we graduated from there. My sister was still there and asked us to come back and do and perform at the talent show as the headline. Bro, we tore that place down. We tore that place down. But unfortunately, that would be our last concert together.
Dang.
A lot of stuff goes on with money and time and people getting more attention and all that stuff, man.
So, bro, so let me ask you this, man. If you can go back to that day, do you recall, were you really discouraged? Did that just give you this thought like, man, forget it, I'm done? Like, I mean, where were you at in your mind at that point?
Man, me being done was never a thought.
Okay.
I love this thing so much that I would do it by myself. And there was the group fell out with my uncle over money and stuff, which my uncle didn't do anything wrong, but even though my dumb butt sided up with the group because they were my guys.
Right.
But my uncle, all he did was he kept reinvesting the money into what we were doing. And so the reason we were able to afford bigger and better studios and bigger and better gear and stuff like that. But, everybody wants money in their pocket. So, and then slowly but surely, when I was trying to tell them that, my uncle was right, and stuff going on with girls and women coming between us and all that stuff. So it winds up being me and my cousin O, which is Jerry, the one I told you, my little brother. We actually got together and made a group called the Black Plague Funeral Home. And we recorded some of the like at that time with the gangster music that was going on.
Right.
We would have blown, I mean, even NWA and everybody out the water. I hate to say it, but I'm one of the biggest NWA fans, biggest Cube fan.
Right, right.
Ghetto Boys, everybody. But we had a couple of songs, man, that would have shut down everything. But the problem was they were too much. And I ended up, because of a lot of things that was going on, that's when I bounced out and went to the Army.
Gotcha.
And everybody's mad at me. I come back and we trying to get it back together. But then I had my daughter. And bro,
it just changed everything.
Bro, yeah. When I looked into her eyes and thought, oh my God, what kind of man am I? I can't keep doing this. And whole life changed, and I started making better music. You know, my music was more positive, and I switched up everything. Everybody thought like this dude went to the Army and got crazy, and I guess I did. But you know, from then on, I was mainly solo. I got up with another group, TEHO, To Each His Own, for a bit with another couple of songs that nationwide making big noise, man. We thought we made it.
My man Freeze. Okay, there we go. Oh, having technical difficulties. Hey, we installed that, bro. You froze for a second. We got you back.
I was just saying, all right. After I just decided to go solo after that, man.
Right.
And that's like, I think by the time I changed my name to Whoa in like 96, coming through by about 2000, I was just done, man. I'm like, I don't want to deal with nobody. I'm on a mission. And then that's when I think it was about 2002. I did a concert as a secular artist. Somebody put me in a gospel concert and let me do the one clean song that I had, and changed my life, bro. Ever since.
So the military and your daughter was a pivot for you. You're still pushing the music and stuff, but that was a pivot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I remember I remember the first time I met you. I had just came back from Iraq, started going to the church, and you were doing a song called Good. And I looked, I said, who is this old Fred Hammond, a rap looking dude, man? Like what? And I remember I was like this, I said, man, because I'm one that was like Christian rap. I've seen too many people try to do it before, man. It just wasn't hidden.
Wasn't a thing, was it?
I didn't know your background either, though. You know what I'm saying? So I sat there, and he's asking for crowd participation. You know what I'm saying? When I say this, I'm doing good. I'm like, I ain't saying nothing. I'm like, just
he was hating on me.
Before I knew it, I'm like, I'm good, doing good. I'm sitting there. I was like, what am I doing? Hold up. Go back to my But no, it was cool, bro. Before we get into that, man, I'm just interested. Like, so your story sounds like what we see in hip hop anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the guys has been mainstream. And from my perspective, I think you were better off not like, cause if you'd have blown up I probably wouldn't have you right here. You probably be like, strung out on drugs or something like that, or lean or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because it seems like the industry,
Bro, I'm
and
gonna
when
tell
it
you, I'd
comes
have
to,
been
our
dead, but it
people,
wouldn't have been lead.
oh,
For me, it would have been the girls.
oh,
I probably would have ended up with a disease or something and wasting away because
like Easy E,
yeah, like drugs and
man,
alcohol have never
never
had
been
a
your
hold
thing.
on me. If it
Okay,
didn't have two legs and body parts, I wouldn't I wasn't chasing it, man. But I
I,
was
I, man, I feel you, man. I feel you. So you go from secular music to now you doing Christian hip hop and stuff like that. Let me ask you this: at any part of your career, did you ever try to send music over to like movies or something that's in entertainment or something like that? Or has any of your songs been used in entertainment?
it's been used in a few things. Not really. I don't think anything that would be known nationally. But well, I can't say that because like a couple of my videos, um, I think we hit at least 16 countries around the world.
Mhm.
Um, you know, when you got fans in Bolivia and didn't even know where
Wow.
Bolivia was at the time,
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, what? Who is it, man? I have people hitting me from Japan and stuff. I'm like, who? What? I don't know. But
That's major right there.
yeah, man, it's we've been blessed because even like when I was with the crew, um, we had got in touch with Easy, and we were able to send some music to him. And we tried to be signed by Ruthless, which I praise God it didn't happen because the gangster life is just not for me. And
Gotcha.
I've had a couple of meetings with back when R. Kelly, when we didn't know how bad those things were. I
Right.
got to meet with one of his managers, but after his manager sitting down and talking to me for long enough, man, he was like, "Bruh, you doing you. You just need to start your label up and grind." So that's what I did.
That's what you
And
did. Okay.
you know, we've got songs that have appeared in like independent movies and TV shows. We got songs that have appeared in we got a couple of workout videos, workout DVDs.
Oh, okay.
Uh we got we actually got like in some other countries, if you go into stores like clothing stores and stuff like that, and you go in the dressing room, you'll hear some of our stuff playing.
Mm.
Um, there's little
So,
things everywhere.
so
So
rumor has it, some little birdie told me that you had a like you had a theme song for a basketball team or something like that.
oh, you know what? Nah, see, that ain't how I gets down. Everybody else made a song for the team.
Mm-hmm.
I made a song for the mascot.
Hey.
Where I met Boomer at one of the community events that I was rocking, and he made a performance. It was like a back to school rally, I think. Coleman School 106, I think.
Okay.
And they do a big one every year. Well, back then, I don't know about now after COVID, but we rocked the crowd, and then Boomer made an appearance and stuff like that, and chopped it up with him and gave me his information, sent him a song, and I think from about 2010, was it 2010? Somewhere around there on up, every time that he was coming out to do the dunk contest, to do the halftime dunk show,
Right.
that song that was playing was me. So, and I made him a theme song, Boomer Boom Tat. He's a real Thundercat, but
Okay. Okay.
they
So for
he
y'all
come
that
out with
don't
his
know who
theme.
Boomer is, the Pacers mascot. You know what I'm
Nap
saying?
Town.
Hey, and that's huge, man. That is huge because I went to a Pacers game, right? You know what I'm saying? And yo, I was like, dude, Tony Woe
Bruh,
did that. I'm like, yo,
bruh.
we in that thing. I was so hyped, man. And
It was
that
so
right there
dope
was
because
inspiring.
he didn't tell me that he was going to use it, but he sent me tickets to the game, and he sent me tickets and some other stuff, and just thanked me for the song. So I'm just like, okay, the tickets weren't like courtside seats or anything, I was
Right.
still sitting kind of up, but I'm just chilling, watching the game, cheering the team. And man, when that thing came on, I know somebody thought we lost our minds because Simply and I we was jumping all up around, running around the row,
Man.
acting crazy. You know, it's dopeness, man, dopeness.
Bro, so okay, so there's one thing though, outside of the music. When you lived here in Indianapolis, you were doing something for a school. What were you mentoring or something like that? What were you doing for the schools here?
Oh, well, my parents, my dad ran a program called Security Dads, and mom started a group called Moms Who Care. And inside Arlington High School back in the late 80s, they had the dads there mentoring people and the moms, taking care of people. And they started a room and they called it the Parent Center. And so they
Mm,
made it where parents didn't have to check ahead or call ahead or anything. They could just come straight to the school, come in the Parent Center, and find out information about their kids, how they're doing. They can volunteer, and it was just a spot. So it worked so well that every IPS school in the city built a parent center.
mm.
And by the time I think I was a junior when they first started, and then I graduated and went on. But I ended up always helping out, always volunteering with they had basketball tournaments and all these different things. And my sister and my mother were like training the parent centers. Once, they stopped being the main volunteers, they were training other people to do it. And my sister had, what was she doing? She got an opportunity to do something. And then I came in with mom and filled in for her. And so we would train the parents and train the teachers how to work with the parents, and it was a pretty good thing, man. But I've also done a lot of mentoring and concerts, like school events and things like that. I've done like
Right.
teen rock tours. We with a rock band and traveling around to different schools and inspiring kids to do better, man.
Well,
I think we had an ex drug dealer, well, two ex drug dealers, an ex thief, and trying to trying to help kids change their life.
man. Well, you know what's crazy, my man? It is since the time I've known you and just kind of knowing some of your background, I've seen you went from secular rap to Christian rap to motivational speaking to like I don't know how many people you've helped. Listen, y'all, I sat here on the east side of Indianapolis and this man would open his door to anybody that wanted to hear something positive. And he got this thing, what was it like? I've never met a stranger, right? Because I sat down and ate with this guy, man, and
Right.
he's speaking every. I was like, this dude. I mean, because it wasn't, how I'd be like, hey, what's going on? They'd be like, hey, how you doing? He'd be like, yo, fam, what's good, man? And like, dap up with somebody. I'm like, who is that? He'd be like, I don't
Oh
know.
no,
I'm like, bro.
bro,
So
bro.
I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. He made my theme song and he captured who I am. But a lot of what I do now actually was inspired by this guy. So it
Mm.
was a no-brainer to have. I'm like, come on, man. Like, who else would I have on the show? We're talking about Black history heroes that sit among us. And I'm pretty sure that you guys at home, that everybody that's in the chat right now, got somebody that you inspired by, that you just love. And I don't know if you take time to say, hey, you know what, I appreciate what you've done and stuff like that. But dude, we have to, like they say, give me my flowers and I'm alive. I gotta give my flowers to Tonywhoa because I've seen what he's done. I've
Mm.
actually witnessed it, man. And I wanted you guys to kind of get a glimpse of who is he, right? There's one thing in particular I want to ask you about, bro. That Flint, the Flint song.
Mhm.
That and now and I wanted to go there because here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this: YouTube. I said the word Flint, and anybody that gets offended by this, oh well, because guess what? They still ain't got good water up there. You feel what I'm
No,
saying? Like the water ain't nothing changed, man. So let me ask you, bro, what took your attention to even making a song about Flint?
bro, I care about people. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the Grinch, like my heart. Once I came to Christ, I feel like my heart grew like 10 times bigger than it was. I've always liked people and cared about people, but now, man, like I just love people, and I want everybody to feel the same love and the things that I have, man. Like you blessed with friends like you that I call my brothers, man. And I just want to see everybody have that. So when something's wrong, man, I just have this, my heart got so big that I can imagine being in their position, even though I've never been to Flint. And I just imagine how I felt, like there was one time I had a sewer line rupture and something happened and there was brown water everywhere. And I just imagine that coming out of my sink and having to nothing to drink, nothing to bathe in. You can't even brush your teeth. And it crushed my heart to think that that's what they live with every day. So much to the point that every time I turned on my sink, I started to feel guilty because my water was clean.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think outside of prayer and fasting, I only have one superpower, and that's to write a song about it.
Gotcha.
And so,
So
and
this what I'm gonna say. This is for everybody in the chat right now. So I actually, if you go to Tony Woe topic on YouTube, type in Tony Woe Flint, and the song will come up. I want y'all to run that song up and play it because here's my thing. Here's my thing. Is in today's society, we hear so much stuff on the news about what's going on, but you know what I'm saying? I just looked at in the paper, it was talking. I'm not saying that some of the cues that they got right now is not important, but how is it that we're in the greatest country in the world and we got one of our states, right? Detroit, right? Like, dude, how is it that Flint, Michigan, I'm sorry, Detroit, how is it that Flint, Michigan has such a, like, the water is so bad, and then there's certain places around United States are in such bad shape to where, I mean, dude, listen, I served this country, right? He served the country. We both did this. Raise our right hand. That's
yeah,
why when I start to show out, hold up, I want y'all to see something, man. Hold up, I want y'all to see something. I do this on purpose. The layout, I keep the layout just like this for a reason. Hold on. Now you see the flag. Now I know some people feel some type of way about that flag, but guess what? I had to wrap that flag around me like some armor and go over there and serve this country the way I did. And I did it to the
right.
best of my ability. I know what's caught up in that flag. You feel what I'm saying? I understand what has been done. There has been a lot of lies. There's been a lot of thievery. There's been a lot of deception with this
Yeah.
flag.
Hmm.
I live here. So I call myself a Black American instead of African American. Hey, to each his own. If you want to call yourself African American, go right ahead. I wasn't born in Africa though. So, and I take a page out of people overseas. They don't even consider me a Black American. They say you're from America. Hey, guess what? I know that from experience because I've been over there.
They tell
You
me
know what
I'm
I'm
too
saying?
light skinned to even say it.
Hey, I'm just saying. But y'all run that song up, man. So
That's my brother. That's my
Oh,
brother.
my sis. What's
That's
up,
my
sis?
best friend, husband. Hey y'all.
Love you. Love
Love you,
you.
bro.
hold up. I just want to
Bam.
Hey, 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 what's wrong? Right along, please. What's wrong with playing ball so me? You wanna take a bath? Oh, man, son. You can't take a bath right now. Maybe your little friend will even the water make you sick right now. Man, don't, right? Get some good bucks.
Funniest I know for sure is a comedian from Flint. So for every laugh that I get, man, I thank God for the city of Flint. I know some of y'all wondering why I'm shouting the cities we're planning in live, but that's the problem with the children of men. We loyal to everything except me. See, when I turn on my news, it's kind of like deja vu. Well, my city looks just like their city, but I bet yours does too. As if the poverty ain't enough and the crime rate is so buff, and these cops can do whatever they want on this. Boy, don't be a trust, but top it all off, Flint's water is like skin. I never thought I'd see the day when Agua could have melanin. I know it's not the craziest thing to witness than all the years that I live, but you have to admit it. When H2O with similar side effects too, it's pharmaceutical.
So, bro, I remember when you sent me that song. That hit me in the chest, bro. Like that hit me in the chest. That hit me in the chest, man. And y'all, ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. Tonywhoa he's a father, he's a brother, he's a rapper, he's an engineer, all around great dude. He's just a light-skinned version of me, a little older. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Right.
Because if you ask his children, ask them right now, he'll say, hey, Uncle Trap, you just a dark-skinned version of my daddy. Off top. They've been saying that. We used to come, like, so we ran a little basketball thing, you know what I'm saying, at our church. Man, we're trying to do some stuff. Same deal. We go to the same church. He's just down in Florida now, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm going to let you speak to them about that in a second. But, y'all, when I tell you that this man has embodied life, the Black experience, the people, not just Black folks. He embodies everybody. Like, we're not just going to hold it down to just the Black community, because what he does helps everybody. Because guess what? How many people live in Flint right now? You don't even. So did you get any backlash for the Flint song, or like any, like nothing? Because I ain't seen nothing. Ain't nothing hit the news. I was waiting on it.
Bro, it really, I really truly, like, everything got squashed. Having everybody who hears it loves it. But when it comes to people from Flint, when it comes to, like, I've talked to some of their officials and everything, because I wanted to donate the royalties from the song to Flint. But then I finally got in touch with one lady who was with one of their services, and she sounded really interesting. And then it just disappeared. And then I found out that Jalen Smith has a water machine that he brought out there to help people get clean water. And then there's another brother, I can't remember his name, but he built a machine that pulls condensation out of the air and makes fresh water. And so, like, there are people who are trying to do things, but I think, I don't know if I'm stepping on somebody's nerves or stepping on somebody's toes or what, but it's like the song just keeps getting silenced. And there's too many people. Like, I got cats from the West Coast hitting me talking about, bruh, I need you to come and do that song. They ain't even never been to Michigan. It's like,
wow.
I mean, it's wild that everybody, you know, it really hits people in the chest, but unfortunately, I can't hear anything from Flint.
Well, hey, listen, man, you did your due diligence, man. So now, bro, here, let me see. We coming up on an hour, man, and this the part where you are a health coach, a life coach,
wellness,
wellness coach, all of the above, coach. How is that going for you, sir?
It's going great, man. You know, first I just praise God for it because it came out of nowhere. I don't even know how
You know how
it just had to be him because you know I moved to Florida 250 pounds on 5 different medications and wishing I could get healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a this little Puerto Rican lady talk to me in the mall. I can't even remember all the words she said, but I just know it pretty much summed up to you fat
Mm.
and you need to come to my shop and let me help you get unfat. I'm like, I'm gonna break her in half. But I was intrigued because I mean she's like a very short lady, and I'm like, my wife, you know, especially at that point in time, is like, you always look mean, like my eyebrows now. You always look mean. You always look like you ready to fight. And I'm like, for this little lady to actually step to me and call me fat, it must be something. I need to
Mm-hmm.
find out what it is. And find out it's Herbalife Nutrition. And she invited me to the shop. They got me on these products, man. And I think I started January 11th of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And I think right around the beginning of March, or is it the end of March? When did we go on the cruise?
February 2020.
Okay, so the end of February, I come back. I've been almost 2 months using the products. Went to see my doctor, and he just
the first time
gave me these
But he wasn't
raised
hungry like that.
reports, and you know, saying that all my blood pressure's down, my high cholesterol's down, I'm no longer pre-diabetic. And that was after 2 months. And so I just dove in head first, man. And by July, I was 60 pounds down. I went from a size 40 jean to a 32, a 3X shirt to a medium. And it just worked out so well that a lot of other folks were just like, bruh, help me. And we didn't even know what we were doing. We were just like, whatever, sign me up. Became a distributor, became a coach, started helping people lose. Man, now we've got well over 100 people that we've helped, you know, lose weight. Our biggest loser right now is 90 pounds down.
Woo!
So that was last year. So for this year, my goal is to help somebody lose 100 pounds. That's like my big goal. But you know, we were already doing it mentally and spiritually.
Right.
So I guess doing it physically was the natural progression. And now, you know, we have a shop down here that's been open since September 3rd called Simply World Nutrition. And I mean, we do it all, mental, spiritual, and physical wellness, all in the shop, man, helping people learn discipline. I don't like learning to lose weight. I'm teaching people discipline in all areas, because once you become disciplined in all areas, everything is possible.
So that's crazy. So you went from, man, just falling in love with hip hop, being raised up as a man, as a young king, knowing and loving the skin that you in,
Yeah.
to the east side of Indianapolis, which, y'all, I'm telling you, it's no joke. It's no joke, but he survived it. Testament
Yeah.
that, you know, regardless of your surroundings, man, you can make the best of your situation. And
Yeah.
you go on to make music that inspires a lot, because there's been a lot of songs, man, you've been talking about. And y'all, if y'all dive into some of them songs, I'll share with you later what songs that hit me in the chest. But we had to talk on a personal level on that one. Thanks for being here, Information Man. Hey, Tonywhoa, that's a good brother. You need to check his show out. That
Definitely
right
that link,
there.
man. Yeah.
You want to talk about Black History Moment, man? He's another one. He's another one right there.
Nope.
And see, and you know what? That's crazy is the reason why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't take you for granted. You know that, like, me and you talk on a regular basis, dang near every day, if not every day. And I want other people to see and to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have other avenues. You know, people like Information Man. You know what I'm saying? Because he gives a spin about information and about, you know what I'm saying, like what's going on in current events and stuff that's happening to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so hold up. So wifey pulled up a picture of what she used to look like.
Wow. Tony Swole.
Tony swole. And now this guy got an extra medium t-shirt on right now. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, he's married, lady, so back up.
Yes. Yes. He's big. He's big. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I
Yeah.
still got my fat ring.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you something that I noticed. Me and him worked out when he was here, and he had on these gloves. Every finger was in it except his ring finger. He literally cut that off. So while he's bench pressing, they like, hey, he be like, hey, you see the ring? Back
We
up,
don't play, bro. We don't play.
man. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. He's been a moral compass, and he has been an example of, you know, how we look back at all of the black leaders that have sacrificed it and even been killed just to have, for us to have equal rights with people, for us to walk with people, for you to be comfortable in your own skin. Everybody plays a part. So Tony, right now, bro, if you can leave people with like just something inspiring, or like, what would you tell people? Or what do you like? Matter of fact, what do you tell people on a daily basis, bro? Every day you open your eyes.
Man, first of all, praise God for life.
Well, matter of fact, let me put you on a solo.
Oh, I'll tell you, first of all, praise God for life. Praise God that do not take your breath for granted, because for no reason at all, Flojo, you can just be gone. So take every single moment and every single breath. Take it in and love it and be thankful for it. And also, watch what you say, because there's so much hypocrisy going on around here that people accidentally do. And I watch people say one thing, and then just because it's another person, the rules change. You got to watch what you say. Take account of everything. That's why you should be, what the words say is, quick to listen and slow to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see people every day who sit in church on Sunday mornings. And number one, they say that no man is without sin. They say to love your enemies. And then they go out here and hate. You go out here and hate people. Like, you say that you believe in God. Well, which God do you believe in? Because my God, Yahweh, the Father of Yeshua, I am the Father of Jesus Christ, Jesus the Christ, told you to love your enemies and treat them kind. He didn't say love your enemies except for Democrats or except Republicans. He didn't say love your enemies except for that color of people. So, I mean, check your beliefs, check what you say. I mean, this is what, you know, like I know a lot of great cops, and, you know, like we both share, you know, a brother Randy, you know, is a phenomenal brother trying his best. Ooh, he's got a job on his hands.
Yes, sir.
Trying to handle Indianapolis. But I know a lot of great cops down here, man, that are just awesome brothers and sisters. But we have to remember that cops are people. They are people. And there are good people and there are bad people. There are good cops and there are bad cops. We all know this for sure. But it's funny how you can say that no man is without sin, but then you believe everything an officer's telling you, even though I don't know if you remember the day that we left Indianapolis, they came on, there was a news report about 3 cops, 2 men and a woman, who were selling drugs.
Yep.
But and then there was a cop in Indianapolis that planted cocaine.
Yep, I remember that.
in that store. And I'm like, first of all, if this guy was selling drugs in the store, he wouldn't just leave a crack rock sitting next to the cash register.
Right.
That don't even make sense.
Don't make sense, brother.
I mean, so things happen because there's good and there are bad people. There's good and bad police officers. There's good and bad politicians. And I can't even, and we all can make mistakes. We can all do wrong. I know where I come from and the decisions that I made, and it wasn't because I grew up in the hood. It was just because I made bad decisions. And there are a lot of people out there who make bad decisions. Some people can just afford better lawyers.
Right.
So watch what you say. Don't take your life for granted, and watch what you say. Make sure that your life matches up with what you say. Because if you say, well, Black people wouldn't be getting killed if they would just comply. So the penalty for non-compliance is death? Because you remember when we were driving Uber, right?
Yep.
We were both driving Uber.
Yes, sir.
There was a lady in Broad Ripple
who
was drunk, got into an altercation with the police officer, put him in a headlock, punched him in the head, and took off running. And everybody in the crowd was going, shoot her! Because she wasn't Black. They were like, no, shoot her, because anybody else, Philando Castile sitting in the car, hands up.
Yep.
He complied. And there's a lot of people who've complied and just we just have to say, even like with this Tyree Nichols, man, sometimes people are just bad. And some of those bad people become police officers. There are some police officers that become bad guys because there's a lot of money and a lot of stuff going on out there. They have the same temptations that we do. And I think once we get that, we all have the same temptations, then we all are striving to do better. Period.
Well, you know what, bro? I will say this from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you coming on here and sharing part of your life with us, man. Letting us get to know who the real Tonywhoa is. You are an expert in your craft, man. You are a lot of things, bro, man. But you my big brother. You know what I'm saying? You my big brother, and you are inspirational. You know what I'm saying?
That,
I can sit here going on and on, but like tonight, I wanted to just showcase that Black excellence during Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? I got a treat for you, bro. I got something for you. You didn't even know this was coming. Yeah. Courtesy of League Hats here in Indianapolis, we got you a little something.
Oh, stop.
And this ain't just no regular. This is, look at that there. Look at that there.
Bro. With the shield, come on.
This is a Pro Series.
Bro.
Pro Series. You see that? That leather. That's real leather on that bad boy.
Bro, that boy is hard.
Yeah.
That is dope, man.
Courtesy of League Hats, my man, listen, Black-owned business, man, really good dude. I spent a lot of time and money and efforts over there. He also allowed me to do a commercial for him, man, which I appreciate him so much, man. But yeah, this is yours, bro. We're gonna get this mailed out to you.
Man,
you know
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, and listen, bro, come on, man. And if you guys missed it in the beginning, Love and Live show has Beauty in Black This is actually on Amazon. You can go pick it up on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I'll drop the link. As soon as this video is over, you'll be able to go over there, or you could just run and grab it right now. We're going to be doing this on Wally Hustle. We're going to be coloring and stuff like that. I got one for Ladybug, and I got one for Wifey. And I will be getting some more, sending them out to people. You know what I'm saying? My members, guess what? My members, you guys are going to be getting something special. So anyway, Dave D, one love. So, bro, before we leave, we didn't do a watch check. I'm gonna let you go because I asked you to come on. So, what you got on the wrist, bro?
We are rocking the Venom right now, which will go nicely with that hat because it's got the blue face and the yellow trim. This is the one that has the interchangeable bands as well. You know, the black, the yellow, and two blacks and a yellow. And so I had to go in, man. That's my baby right there.
Okay, I feel so. You know, your boy had to rock the Pro Diver with the diamonds. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got the little diamond Salida 200. You know what I'm saying?
Listening,
had to do a little something light. You know what I'm saying? A little light. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So I hope everybody got their feel of Black excellence from my man Tonywhoa. You got to know who he is. And of course, you'll be hearing him. Please go over there and share him out. Not only listen to his music, share it out. You know what I'm saying? And I know rap ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? If it's not for you, it's not for you. However, it don't cost that much, man. Like it takes a couple share, hit that share button, send it over to somebody that you know. And you can actually go on tonywhoa.com and you can shop. And also, do you do online, like you talk to people about like getting their health together and stuff online, right?
Oh, yeah. We have an actual online store. Yeah, we have a store as well. So hit me up.
Go to tonywhoa.com. Check him out. He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook, TikTok.
If you come to Florida, Boynton Beach, Florida, we're right below West Palm. I do have an Invicta discount for anybody that comes in to buy anything. KJ stopped in, but he refused the discount. He wanted to pay full price, so I appreciate him. And then you can see Black history in action, because back in the days, we couldn't even sit at counters and get served. And now we own counters and serve everybody. Everybody's welcome.
So, and I'll drop this too, since we doing that. The first person get down there, whatever you order is on me. Your man Tonywhoa is gonna fix you up. I'm paying for it. I got you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. So, bro,
hey, my head is cold.
Hey, I'm gonna send this out, man. Tomorrow, I'm off tomorrow, so I'll send it out in the morning.
Yeah.
So, family, man, thank you guys for rocking with us, man, for the hour. Hour. You know what I'm saying?
Love you all.
All you guys, man, have a great day. You are dismissed. And until the next lightning strike, man, y'all be blessed. Yeah.